Hi everyone, and welcome to my craft room. Welcome to day 4 of my 12 days of Christmas projects challenge to myself. Thanks for those who are sticking with me so far, and apologies I'm a little bit late. I made the mistake of actually trying to design some things at the last minute, which probably isn't a good idea when you've just got home from work. Anyway, here we go. Today, as I've said in the description, I'm going to be making a couple of gift card holders, and one that I make a lot, which was quite easy, and one which was new. So that's what I was trying to design before I came on my live. So anyway, we'll see how it goes. Anyway, so the stamp set I'm going to feature for the gift card holders is the Snowman Season, and I also feature fairly largely for this one the designer series paper. I haven't actually gone on to check whether the designer series paper is still available, but if it's not, any sort of Christmas themed paper would be just as good. The colours that they bring out with this particular paper are Real Red, Flirty Flamingo, what's that one? It's gone out of my head. Hang on, it's here. It's in the thing. Isn't that great? Coastal Cabana, Real Red, Shaded Spruce, and Flirty Flamingo. So they're the colours that I've featured in my gift tags today. Hey Margie, hey Kathy, thanks for joining me. We've made it to day 4, guys. Let's see how we go. It was a bit of a rush getting home from work knowing I had to do this. Anyway, so let's get started. We'll start with the gift card holder that I'm used to doing and I've done a lot of, and then we'll sort of get a bit experimental. Okay, so this gift card holder, as I said, uses the Coastal Cabana cardstock. That is 11.5 inches long and 4 1/8 inches wide. I've scored it at 5 3/4 and at 2 3/4, so that's a 3-inch gap in there. So 2 3/4, 5 3/4, and then you get this sort of look. So the gift card itself is that sort of shape, and I have used the tailored tags punch, this one here, to just cut that little notch out of that edge there. I've done these a number of times on videos, so if you want to check back on my blog, I'm sure you'll find them, and that just makes it easier to get the gift card in and out of that little pocket that we're going to make there. We might as well do that first. So basically all I do here is get some double-sided tape, some tear and tape, and pop it as close to the edge as you possibly can, because the fit is quite tight, but you do really want a tight fit because you don't want your gift card falling out. So onto the top and bottom edge of the notched surface, just take that out of there, and there. So there you've already made your little pocket for your gift card to go in there. Okay, so let's get to the fun bit and decorate. So as I say, that's Coastal Cabana. I've got panels of Flirty Flamingo, so that there. So this one it's got a 1/4 inch gap all around. So it's 3 7/8 by 5 1/4, no, 5 1/2. That one. This one is 2 3/4 by 3 7/8. Don't worry, I'll put all the measurements in the comments like I have been, so if you want them, they'll be there. Then I've also got a piece of Whisper White. We're talking about cardstock to start with, and that one actually will nuzzle, and that's cut smaller again, so 1/8 of an inch smaller. And I've got some of the designer series paper here as well. I've got one cut for on top of this one, so that nuzzles nicely in there, and this one comes in there. So before I go any further, I might attach all of those so I don't have stray pieces of cardboard all over the place. Okay, so we'll start with this, our Flirty Flamingo. So I'll pop that one on there. Just make it as even top and bottom as you can. There we are. I'm going to pop on my smaller of the two, this one on there. So I'm using the one with the Christmas trees, and the pattern side of that is really cute. I don't know if you can see it, but it has like glitter on it. So it's a really nice Christmassy blingy sort of paper, which is really nice. Not so much for here. I don't know, Kathy, did you boil today? It's been 30 odd degrees over in the city where I was working. At least it was pretty hot about lunchtime. It's cooled down a little bit now, but not quite snow. Not today anyway. Later on the week, let's see. Tassie's a bit like that. If you don't like the weather, it'll change pretty quick. Okay, so we've got our white panel there, and eventually that is the panel that's going to have our sentiment on it, or our where you write your message. Okay, and so then this one, this is our Flirty Flamingo for the front. And so try and line up the Flirty Flamingo at the front with the Flirty Flamingo from the back, just so that it's a continuous line. And then our designer series paper. Same deal, sort of try and line it up with the one on the right hand side. Okay. So that paper's so nice that basically that would be not a bad gift holder all by itself, to be honest. I've got that white one slightly crooked. Anyway, that's all good. So that's quite nice all on its own, but of course we can decorate more. And what I've actually got to decorate it with is a stitched square of the Coastal Cabana, which I'm going to be putting there, like that. And then I've got another slightly smaller stitched square of the Flirty Flamingo. And to get that little snowman happening, I've actually taken my Snowman punch, which is here, which came as a bundle with the stamp set, and I've taken, which you could, and then you could quite, you know, nice, you could stamp him and colour him up. But actually what I've done is I've taken this snowman here from the designer series paper, and I've just punched him out with the punch. He fits pretty much perfectly in there. So you punch him out, saves you having to fussy cut it, and though it's a pretty simple shape, so you really wouldn't have to, to worry too much about fussy cutting that. Anyway, so I've also cut him some arms and a little hat, and so I've popped him on there on a square of Flirty Flamingo. What do you say? It's been hot here. Okay, hotter tomorrow. Oh, Margie, it's hotter tomorrow. Oh dear. How are the fires? Are they staying away? I know they're still going in some places. Yeah, Sunny, yes. Yeah, wait for 5 minutes. That's what they say. Wait for 5 minutes and then come back. That's what they say about Tassie as well. Okay, so this one here, this first one, I'm going to actually pop on like that. But to give it a little bit of a highlight behind there, I'm going to get my Coastal Cabana ink and these cute little snowflakes from the stamp set, and I'm going to stamp around my Coastal Cabana square, just sort of randomly all around, just to give it, we're only actually going to see the corners, so I'll make sure I get a full set of images on the corners, and then I'll just fill in sort of around. What is Kathy saying? It was hot at school. Oh great, had the oven making gingerbread men. Oh well, 'tis the season. Were they to take home presents, were they, for the kids? I assume they were this time of year. Okay, so we've got our little panel there stamped with some snowflakes. I'm going to pop that on there. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on the left-hand side, so it just overlaps like that. these gift cards, you can decorate them any way you want. Any way you want. They are just so versatile and really good for birthdays and, you know, birthdays and graduations, anything like that. And I really like it because it stands up like a, I'll show you in a second, it stands up like an actual card. So when you give the gift card, I mean, a lot of people think, oh, you know, they're giving a gift card, so it's a bit of a cop-out, or not quite as well thought through as other presents. But with this gift holder, the person's got a card that they can pop on display, so it just makes it that little bit more special than, you know, chucking your gift card in a drawer and forgetting about it. Okay, so that's my little snowman there. I think he probably could do with a little bit more bling. Of course, everything could do with some bling, but I'll leave that to you guys for your imagination as to how maybe I could have done some snowflakes behind him to match the coastal cabana. Anyway, as I say, came home from work and had to think of something in a hurry. On the inside, this stamp set is really cool, and it's worth getting just for this on the ongoing. It's got a little to and from stamp, so to and from. So what I'm going to do is pop that in here so that you can put the recipient details in there, so you know who you're giving it to. So I might pop that down there, just on the bottom there. There you go. Oh, bit of a spludge. So we've got to and from there, and you could put some more snowflakes or something all the way around there. I might do that, just to give it a little bit of something special. I'll pop some snowflakes up there where I've got a glue splodge. Snowflakes covering a multitude of sins there. There we go. I might just leave it at that. There we go. So there we are. So the gift card or cash or whatever will fit up into that little pocket, and there you've got a little gift card holder that sits up like a card for later on as well. Cool. Who else is on? The fires are easing in our area, but every time, yeah. No, I've been hearing it's the winds, Margie, so I'm thinking of you. Tanya's watching. Hi, Tanya and Sue. Oh, and Wendy. Hey, how's your Facebook? Is it behaving itself? Do you think you'll be able to see all the way through? Anyway, so that is the first of my gift card holders. As I say, I've made a lot of these, and I was quite comfortable with the, you know, how to do that one. The second one is, this is the first one I've ever done, so bear with me. It could be a bit of a disaster. It's a lot more simple than the first one. Oh, you missed the start. Oh well, so you can start again. Or start again from the beginning, or, you know, drop by, we'll do them. Okay, so for this one, which is basically just an envelope, there isn't anything fancier to this one. It's just basically an envelope to put some cash or or a gift card into. So anyway, so let's see how we go with this one. I've got a piece here of Flirty Flamingo because I'm sticking to the same colours. It was, I've got to remember now, excuse me while I remember how big it was, 5 1/4 inches long by, she says remembering again, by 4 inches wide. So 5 1/4 long by 4 wide. I have scored it at 1/2 inch and at 2 7/8, and then 1/2 inch along the bottom as well. Okay, so that would have been before I cut it. So then what you do is you cut out the little square that you get there and the longer rectangle that you get there, and you notch this remaining tab, so you get that sort of triangle effect. So if you can imagine that, I'll pop an image onto the comments as well. So then all you do is basically you fold up your notch and over this tab, and then you glue down the front. So you're just basically making a little envelope to slip your card into. So what I'm going to do is I'll just run some glue or double-sided tape. Tear and tape would be probably even better. So just pop a line of it there and a line of it there, and then bring your, actually I think I want that one in. Yeah, I think it'd be neater with that one in, and then bring your cover over and firm it down. So really all you've got is like a little three-sided envelope fundamentally. Oh, excellent, Margie. You've got your set up in your new unit. Oh, you have to take a picture of it for me. I do miss not being able to see your things. Okay, so basically there we've just got a little envelope with some glue splodges on it. But anyway, we'll cover those with paper. So what we'll do now is decorate that. So I've got another piece of the designer series paper, and that's actually just cut to be the right size for that front there. So I might add that. Seems a shame to cover up my snowmen, but anyway, I want the snowflakes from the other side. And I'll pop that there. There we go. And also I've got, where is he? Here we go. I've actually fussy cut another one of the snowmen from the paper. Oh. So you can see this is the little guy that I used on the first one, and this little guy sits next to him. So I'll just fussy cut him out there. So he's going to sit on the front. Plus I've got in real red, I've got a stitched circle in real red and a smaller circle in Whisper White. So I'm going to sit those on the front, and then this little guy's going to sneak up around the side there. Something a little bit like that. So it's very simple and very quick. So I'll just glue these down. I'll pop that there. And pop that one slightly up to the edge. And put a little snowman dude. You could put him up on dimensionals actually, but I'll just glue him there. Okay. And then what I thought, I could put my little, well, there's not a lot of room there for writing, so unless your name is particularly short and your recipient's name is particularly short, you're not going to be able to write it on there with my to and from. But I thought there was enough room if I just do the to. So as I say, there's a to and a from. So if I just ink up the to end of that and just put that on there, then there'll be enough room. So people will be able to see at the front who the gift card is for, but not who it's from. So we'll just pop that there. There we go. So how's that? So at least when it's on the tree or hanging on the tree or whatever, you'll be able to see who it's to. So inside we've got our little gap there. So what I thought we could do is there's a little tag here which I've cut out of the Coastal Cabana with some white. So I'm going to put that in there. So that'll slip in there with the gift card, and we'll be able to hang it from the tree, or let's have a look how it goes. So we've got that one there. As I said, very, very simple. So in this one, inside, you could put from Nan or from Mum or from Julianne or whoever it happens to be from. And it slips in there like that. And it slips quite snugly, so it's not going to come out in a hurry. It's not going to go in a hurry either. Okay, so we'll pop some ribbon on that just to give it a little bit of something special. Oh, give me while I get the ribbon. So I'm going to use this beautiful striped ribbon here, which is also in the holiday catalogue. Pop that through. And oh, cut that off. There. Like that. And I'm going to tie that with some of the polka dot. Oh. Sorry, I should have had this out, but I didn't really know how I was going to finish this one off. So I'm going to, my glue dots. So I'm going to put my ribbon through and position it how I like it. Just like that. I'll a glue dot in there just to stop it from moving around. Bear with me. So I've got a little glue dot there on the end of that piece of the backing paper. Pop that in there so it comes off onto the back of our ribbon, and then get it into the position we want and force it together. So that'll stop my ribbon from moving there, and then I'll get some of this pretty polka dot, and I will tie that there, and I may even try to do a bow. Let's see. We all know how my bows go, and it's not very successful. But, you know, it's nearly Christmas. Maybe I'll be lucky. It's very tricky with ink, sticky fingers. There we go. Let's try that bow. This is a fairly simple ribbon to bow with, thankfully. Yay! She did it. I don't know which way it wants to go, but it is a bow. We have bow action. There we are. I'll just trim that off there. Okay, so that's our little gift, our little part for writing there. So you could write from Nana or whoever's happens to be from and fit it in there. So your gift card will go in there. I don't know why that doesn't want to go in. Maybe I've glued it too much. I might cut that off a little bit, just bear with me. So it actually will go in. Everything's moved around. Okay, there. So that's as far as we need it to go. There we are. So we've got that. So you pop your money or your gift card or whatever in there, you pop your recipient on the front, and you can write a little message on inside. So I think that probably would hang quite nicely from a Christmas tree, if that's what you wanted to do. If you wanted to put a piece of string there instead of the bow, and you can have it hanging on the Christmas tree like that, which should be quite nice as well and quite decorative. And again, make it as fancy or as unfancy as you like. Okay, so today I've done, as I said, 2 gift cards using the Snowman Season stamp set and designer series paper. We've got the more elaborate one here that looks like a card, and we've got a little gift envelope there. Anyway, so I'm crooked again. I knew I was crooked last night when I finished off. So there we are. That's my day 4 challenge. I don't know what I'm going to come up with tomorrow. It's as exciting for me as it is for anyone watching. Maybe we'll go back to a normal card. But anyway, thanks for everyone who watched and shared. Thanks for that so much. Hey Hannah, hey Tammy, thanks for joining me. And I will see you guys, hopefully, if I can get myself organised, for day 5 tomorrow. Okay, see you then. Bye.